Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for viewing and thank you for looking in and all my Facebook people out there. I really appreciate the followings that you've got here on the Dave Emmons Strange Reality Show. And I always have guests that are experts, investigators, and I have return guests like I have tonight. Uh, this gentleman's been with me about 3 or 4 times before. Very interesting story. He's got a lot of videos and a lot of pictures, so he backs that up. I know I get on this tirade about I want individuals to come forward and tell their stories and talk about things. And Dr. Robert Shiepe, my guest tonight, he does that. He gets out there, he takes pictures, and he puts in a lot of time and money into what he's doing, and he's actually proving, some things out there that are existing, and a lot of people don't even know about it. And hopefully, on this show, we'll get some more information out to you. Uh, but I talk about these. I know the talking heads are probably fed up with me, but that's okay. They don't do me any good anyway. I, I've never I'd never been helped out on any of my books or any of my events or experiences in which I think I have witnesses of, I got pictures of, but I've never been, sequestered by any of the top dogs anyway. The top dogs and the talking heads, I don't want to name names, but it seems like they cherry pick, and even like organizations like MUFON, they do the same thing. They cherry pick stories. You give them a story and it's gone. You don't know where it goes. I hate to talk down about it, but it's true. So because I think disclosure is going to be up to us, we the people, and the people who experience these things. And most talking heads don't even have an experience. They haven't seen anything personally, and they go off of other people's stories and everything. Uh, but I'd like for people to come forward, and I invite people that's got stories that are very maybe something that somebody wants to be, they want to know about. They want to know about what these experiences are. And it's going to be all up to us. It's not going to be for our political parties. It's not going to be the military. It's not going to be these groups, move on groups. Talking heads only talk about things that they hear about from other people. So it's up to us to come forward and have this disclosure, all of us people. And Dr. Robert Shiepe, my guest, has been doing that. And he's been working hard. I've been working with him for the last couple of years on shows, and he's had an interesting, I guess, background in history. He's a doctor of pharmacology, Dr. Robert Shiepe, and he was in Hollywood for some years. He worked there as a pharmacist, and he had a guy that I really looked up, and I think he's a real Glenn Jacob Falkenstein. I know we mentioned that he's a magician back in the 70s and 80s, and that guy's for real. I mean, I like, if you ever go to the YouTube and watch Doctor, not Doctor, but Glenn Jacob Falkenstein, and look him up and try that. But Doctor Robert Shiepe knew him very well, and we have another guy who's Ron. Where's he at, Doctor Shiepe?
In Indiana, Ron Anderson.
Ron Anderson, yeah.
He helps me hook with people like yourself,
Hmm.
and he's been helping me for like 4 or 5 years now.
Right, and he hooked me up with you. And Dr. Robert Scheich takes all these videos in his backyard over the Pacific Ocean near West LA, California. Uh, Dr. Robert is a Los Angeles pharmacist and worked in Hollywood movie stars some years back. He has several inventions, including the first mail delivered pharmacy product, in which I get, and I appreciate you inventing that. I get those delivered pharmacologies, or the drugs. This is for entertainment purposes only. The drugs that might be killing us, we don't know. For each person, reacts differently to drugs. But his mail delivered medicines. He also invented unique camera recording techniques to take videos of these dragons. He'll show you some of it pretty soon. Dr. Shiepe has researched UFOs for 40 years and has a collection of dragon videos, a massive collection. You can see Dr. Shiepe's videos on YouTube, or feel free to Google the videos on dragons and Dr. Shiepe, and also you can send it to his email, and I'll have that in the narrative. Uh, Dr. Robert Shiepe, welcome back to the show, buddy. And we were talking prior to starting the show that you've had some new updates and things going on. Could you tell us a little bit what you learned lately, Dr. Robert?
Yes, thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. And thank you all your past viewers for your support. Lots been going on, quite a bit. Boy, let me just give you a little bit about myself. Like you mentioned, born and raised Los Angeles, a retired pharmacist. And yeah, I did invent the mail order pharmacy business. It's just ironic because that's how I get my medicine. Now they mail it to me. Kind of funny.
Yeah. You hear of all these modern techniques like putting lemon and celery and also the beets and all this other stuff and whipping it up, and it's good for your blood pressure and good for clearing out arteries and cleaning up your liver. There's so many concoctions on the internet, Dr. Robert. I know you probably see some of these things, and some of them might work. I don't know. I take magnesium, so and vitamin D. I think that works.
Good. That's yeah, 100% on that. For what it's worth, I could what I would recommend, and was discovered or published by the CDC 25 years ago. Blood donations, throwing away your blood. They call it phlebotomies. I gave it a new term. I call it a hemoectomy. Just throw away your blood. What does that mean? It's like changing your car oil. You
Hmm.
change it every 3,000, 5,000 miles. Uh, we don't know about this because it's really not supported. But if you type in Google, blood donations, 88% less heart attacks, you'll see by 2 donations a year, uh, heart attacks go down 88% and strokes go down 33% just by throwing away your blood 2 times a year.
You're talking about giving blood like a pint of blood, right? Okay, I was going to say this is for educational purposes, but it is for educational purposes. But the platforms sometimes don't like for you to come out and say things that there's no factual proof, but there is proof, right?
Oh, yeah, just type right now, just type in Google blood donation, 88% less heart attacks. It was published by the government, the Institute of National Health. Uh, and Yeah, so I do that. Actually, I donate 4 times a year. But if you want to stay healthy, that's a hell of a good trick right there.
Wow,
And
I'll have to
again,
remember that. But they may not want some of the blood pressure medications that are in my bloodstream.
no, I get it. Well, I hear what you're saying, but that's the way the system is formatted. They take everyone's blood. They ask you 100 questions, and basically, if you answer no on all of them, they use your blood.
Yeah. Oh, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't use street drugs, or I don't even drink much alcohol anymore, Dr. Robert. But let's get. I know I got you off track. You're a doctor of pharmacology, and that's probably why I brought it up. But
Well,
look.
Dave, I care about. I'm doing this. I'm doing this disclosure, this UFO disclosure, because I care about humanity.
Mhm.
I want to see us thrive, but also I want to see us thrive healthily, to be healthy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a pharmacist, and some people go, "Oh, Robert, you work for the enemy. You work for big farm," and I can't argue with that. I don't like them either. I don't like them. So I try to give you little clues how to stay healthy. And what I do, again, I throw away my blood. I donate my blood, take some vitamins, drink water. I
Hmm.
should drink more water, but basically real basic stuff. So I encourage you uh, to Google donate blood and stay healthy. You're probably saying, how can this be? Nobody's ever told me. And your doctor does not know this.
Right. Dr. Shiepe, do you drink filtered water?
Yeah, it's funny. I just put in a major filter in my house.
Hmm.
It's called oh my gosh, it's funny. Life Source, I believe. Life Source.
Hmm.
I did some research. They said they have the best. What it comes down to is how you filter the water. They use a carbon.
Okay.
Coconut carbon. That's about the best filter out there. And I said, well, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to see if there's any better. He was honest. He said, the only thing better than coconut filters or coconut carbon is bamboo carbon. but it only comes from Japan, and Japan's not selling their bamboo carbon. I think because of their situation with Fukushima and water problems there.
Hmm.
So if you want the best water filter in the world, you got to have a buddy in Japan send you a water filter from there. It's very obviously complicated. But basically, if you're looking for a water filter, look for the coconut carbon, and you'll be okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, you were talking about Oklahoma City and what's going on there, and I told you I took a picture of there was three of them actually, but two of them disappeared and one was still flying across, and I got a picture of it. It looked like a capsule or one of these TikTok. But I heard about what you're saying about Oklahoma City, and I'm going to let you tell the story. And then if you need to share the screen to show pictures, then we'll go ahead
Okay.
and do that.
Okay.
Dr. Robert Shiepe, go ahead and tell us about Oklahoma City.
Wow. There's so much here. So much going on. So let me just briefly paint the picture. In 2017, and I'm in Marina Del Rey, Los Angeles. In 2017, the Coast Guard and the Navy Blackhawks invaded Marina Del Rey. They flew in with Blackhawks. They hovered for 4 hours every day at 200 feet, every day for 14 days. At the end of 14 days, I finally took out my camera. I recorded them. At that point, I could see these very tiny fast movers. Later, I've determined that these tiny fast are basically a football, 10 inches. They're traveling at 2,000 miles an hour. They do trigger the X and K band spectrum, and they do leave a tiny click on the audio. So the government has known about this since the summer of 2017. They've never left Marina Del Rey. They still fly in every day chasing these small, fast UAPs, also known as fast movers. I personally, I call them dragons because 7 years ago, I was 100% sure they were dragonflies. They had to be either a bird or a bug. It was quickly determined that they're not a bird, so it had to be a bug. But then I researched and researched it, got better cameras, better lenses, and this is not a bug. And it's like I said, they fly when helicopters show up. So I can predict within a 10-second window when they will fly by on the video. And I do. So they're predictable, they're baitable, they're consistent, and they're all over the world, not just Marina Del Rey. Anyone can do this. You see a helicopter, an airplane, wherever you are in the world, take out your phone, hold it sideways, landscape, zoom in 10%, record for 30 seconds. You will see a dot. That dot will be this UAP fast mover, will be the dragon flying by. Take the dragon challenge. A lot of people are, they're recording this. They're sending me videos every day from all over the world. Now, a new viewer from Oklahoma City started this 6 months ago, and he's knocking it out of the park. A lot of viewers are. They're all over the world. Except 10 days ago, he started sending me not only pictures of these small drones, these dragons, these fast movers, but now he's sending me videos of saucers. And I'm going to show you the videos and I'm going to show you the pictures and you can see for yourself. So this has been going on a long time. I've given this information. I've sat down with the Intel community, like the really up there people. That kind of rhymes with the
Yeah.
Cooking Institute.
Okay. Yeah. We've known each other now for about 3 years and we've done several shows together. So I'm very curious about all this stuff and also your updates. I was wondering when we was going to get back together and do some updates, and here we are. And I was going to ask you how much response you're getting from people out there, and because we give out your email for them to send you stuff. And you just told me that you're getting a good response, especially Oklahoma City.
A very good response. Uh, really, the criticism's almost gone down to zero. People are recording the, and I tell people, if don't give up on your first video. If you don't capture a dragon, don't try again. Don't give up on your first. But a lot of people are telling me the same thing. Robert, I got a dragon video on my first try.
Mhm.
Record helicopters, airliners, zoom in 10%, landscape, very successful, just very successful. So that's the whole purpose of this. Get the word out, let people do it themselves, see it for themselves. I give lectures at the Air Force Base about these fast movers. I've been on Discovery Channel. I do podcasts with you and others. Matter of fact, I got reached out, a gentleman reached out from Florida with million subscribers. He wants to connect with me. So I
Wow.
said, I'll get back to you. I mean, I will get back to him. I'm multitasking a lot, Dave.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, you keep yourself very busy, and uh,
Very,
I know that you're a busy-minded person anyway. I mean, you're always creating something or going after something, and that curiosity and everything that you're doing, it's a sign. I just read about this, and they said that's a sign of high intelligence. That you're a highly intelligent person, so you just keep going, and your mind is curious, and I think people out there, just like you're asking them to turn in or talk about their experiences, because we are the ones that are going to push this disclosure envelope a little bit harder when the people get behind it and start seeing is believing. And like that's a lot of people telling me to say, well, if I see one, I'll believe it. Well, look for them, just like Dr. Robert said, look for them, take pictures of them, and then you'll see, and then you'll believe. Okay, go
that,
ahead, Dr. Robert.
that's fair. Seeing is believing, and I do encourage people to record it yourselves, and you will. And please, when you do, send it to me, custodianfile at Gmail. This is my YouTube. I'm not a big social media guy, so I only use YouTube. I don't have the other platforms. So you can reach me there, watch my videos. Pretty simple, straightforward. So what I'd like to do, I'd just start off with, I'd like to show you some of these
Okay.
dragon videos. And what I'll do is, um, well, let me just show you the pictures here, and we'll try to convey as much information. Let me see if I remember how to do the share screen,
Hit share. Yeah.
share, and then let me see, where do you go from here?
You
Share
go.
again. Oh, no,
There
no,
you
no.
go. There you go. Now you go to your files.
Oh, okay. Now I go to my files. Okay, super. Go to pictures, go to here, zigzag, interpolations. I'll explain that term in a second. No, you know what? Let me back up. I have an interpolation file. This will be
You're just like
fast.
me. You got so many files, you get confused.
Yeah, and I want to convey as much information as possible to everyone because they want to see videos. They just don't want to hear me
Yeah.
talk. So
Right.
what's going on here? Okay, so all I'm doing, I'm waiting for helicopters to fly by. I turn on my camera. I have a Panasonic X1000 4K 60 frames on a tripod. I've modified it. I've attached a car radar detector that detects X and K band. I've attached a 14-inch 4K monitor with a custom light box. I invented a light box. And so I've got this down to a NASA science with predictability of over 90%,
Mm.
over
Wow.
90%.
Yeah.
So all these videos right here, especially if they're time stamped, it's all over Marina Del Rey, Los Angeles. This is where they're all is. So what I do is, after I get the video, I interpolate them where you take each frame and you put it on one screenshot. And that way you see where this UAP fast mover dragon started and where it's going. And it makes it a lot easier to interpret what you're seeing because in real time you're not going to see this. This is 2,000 miles an hour. The only thing you're going to see is the dragon in the middle. You're going to see a dot. And so you're going to say, Robert, can you slow it down? Yes, not only can I slow it down, but I can interpolate the video and it'll be a lot easier. So let me play this a few times. Oh, by
Okay.
the way, coincidentally, this is the picture I showed the Air Force because I do lectures at the Air Force, and I showed them 50 pictures like this. But this is the one. When they saw this one, they said, "When can you start your lecture? Come on in immediately."
Oh,
So it's ironic. This was the one they loved. So let me shoot by a whole bunch of these interpolations because I have a lot of them. And basically, again, when you look for helicopters, helicopters are the bait. If you want to bait these dragons, they are baitable, and they don't care. What are they doing? It looks like they're reconning. They are reconning
mm.
our aircraft.
Right.
Everything in the air, helicopters, airplanes, even weather balloons, party balloons.
Now,
Yeah,
Dr. Robert, now interpolation means you get a series of pictures of the same object. These aren't like say 12 objects. These are just one object moving, and his camera stops the timing of it. That's what a lot of people need, I guess, need to know or digest.
thank you. Thank you. I forgot to say that. That's true. So I'm shooting at 60 frames a second. So how many like are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 frames in 1 second. So that's 1/5 1/5 of a second. So yeah, that is not 12 objects. It's the same object traveling at 2,000 miles an hour. I've just, as an experiment, I said, what if you copied and paste each one? What would it look like? And people love it.
Yeah.
People just love it.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is a chopper that came too close to my roof. And when you fly real close to my camera, these dragons get very protected, and they will fly between me and the chopper.
Wow.
What that's about, we don't know. But I can tell you the military has been here over 15,000 times since 2017. So let me shoot through real quick. Here, I'm not going to show you many videos, but you see this parasail?
Yeah.
I know when the parasail, my camera is at 200 feet. So I know when that parasail is approximately even with my camera, the dragon is going to come off the ground. It's going to recon the parasail. The parasails. So that's what happened. Watch the corner, bottom right corner. I'll tell you when it's coming. There it is, 12%. Now they are sprinters. They go up, they go down. They don't fly for 5 minutes. They fly for 5 seconds. They go up, they go down.
Right.
Very, very repeatable, very predictable, over and over. So let me show you a whole bunch. This is one of my older interpolations where I started as an experiment. This is the LAPD. This is the LAPD, and they get tagged all the time. By the way, when one of these UFOs, dragons, fly by, I call it a tag. The LAPD is always here looking. They're doing the best they can. As a matter of fact, last year, the pilots even said, these UFOs are very annoying, just very annoying. And that's all they said. They wouldn't say anything more. They're doing everything they can. Every agency that is here is doing everything they can. What agency? Every agency. Let me play that and let me tell you what every agency is. The police, the sheriff, the fire department, the Ospreys, the Navy, Black Hawks, repeat, the Chiefs, the Apaches, the
Black
fire
Hawks.
department. It doesn't stop. It's just that every agency that you can think of is here. They're here. So they're doing the best they can. The government, here's the Navy right here. I'm not sure it's the Navy or the Coast Guard.
Looks like Coast Guard, yeah.
Yeah, they get tagged in the same spot, right there, right there. They always get tagged right there. I can't stress enough. Again, they're going 2,000 miles an hour. The silhouette is about a 10-inch Corona silhouette. Has to do with heat expansion. When they're parked, they're like 1 inch. They're a copper oval object. But when they're moving, and it looks like they're running on high voltage, extreme high voltage, most likely that's what's triggering the X and the K band. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. There's just so much information. I really want to convey and get it out there. Here's the highway patrol flying real close to my balcony. And that's, now I understand if you're thinking that's a bug, that's a bird. It's just extremely predictable. These things only fly when there's choppers. And by the way, these things are, they're all over YouTube. So that's very predictable. They love going to the Blue Angels and Thunderbirds. Any air show, if you go on and you watch air shows on YouTube, you will see them fly by. And you train your eye, you will recognize them very quickly. Here's just San Francisco Blue Angels, a white orb.
Right.
A white orb.
They're checking our technology out. Yeah.
In a big way. You see how he arced? He mimicked our jets. He arced. I could show you this, but there's so much to show you. So here's an Earth drone. Okay, this is the, God, there's so many. Let me just slow it down. This is, let me back up. Okay, this is a dragon. I had a contractor here. I said, hey, do me a favor. You have a drone with you. Fly your drone. Let me go turn on my camera. He flies his drone right here where the D is. Well, this dragon comes off the ground, goes vertical, it eclipses his drone, the Earth drone, 100%. You cannot see the Earth drone because it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon is in front of it. So they're telling us, you see how smart we are? We can eclipse. We can eclipse. Let me see if I can enlarge this real quick.
Yeah, they almost look like one whole object.
You can't see the Earth drone at all. They're talking to us. They're saying, if you're a smart human, you will realize this was not random. This was planned. This was mathematically planned.
Right.
So give us some credit here. So that's what this is. And I have this happen over and over. I have other videos. But let me shoot through. Here's the Blue Angels, Orange County, California, Huntington Beach. All I do, I watch the Blue Angels, and this is what I find. Watch this. There he is. So
yeah.
This camera guy is standing to the south. There's the Huntington Pier. He's just recording the airplane. That's all he's doing. He's not recording a dragon. None of them even know they're posting dragons.
Right.
Now, amazingly, there was somebody 1,000 feet away standing at the pier recorded the same thing, and I'll show you that video. But this is what they look like. So train your eye. When you see this, this is not a bug. It's not a bird. This is a UAP fast mover. It's a dragon. They're all over the skies. They're right in front of us. Here, let me replay that for you. And I will get to the UFO saucer in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next. It's my roof camera. We'll go to that later. I have roof cameras. So in other words, my point is, I'm recording these things from my balcony and my roof. They're 40 feet apart. I'm recording the same object, synchronized. Yeah, it can be done. People say, well, you need 2 cameras. Okay, I've done that. I've done that many times. Let's see, LAPD, and obviously that's a bird right there on the right. So watch what happens. Look at that. 2,000 miles an hour. Slow down the 12%. 12. Look how fast this thing's going. Those are birds on the bottom. If you're new, if you're seeing this for the first time, I know this is overwhelming. I'm not trying to overwhelm you, but at the same time, I don't want to hold back information. I don't do that.
Right. Disclosure is going to come from people like you, Dr. Robert, and also other people who come forward and talk about these things.
There you go. There you go. Let's get it done. Enough. Let's just get it done.
We can't wait on the officials or even the groups or any of the talking heads. We got to do this ourselves and come forward and eyewitness these things. Wow. It's moving.
There you go. Okay, let's shoot. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let me let me show you some more interpolations. I didn't mean to show you so many videos. Okay, so here's the interpolations, copy, paste, copy, paste. Here's the LAPD. And you're saying, oh, by the way, do these things ever fly behind the helicopter? Yeah, they do. I'll try to show you some video when they're behind the chopper. Yeah. So let me show you as many interpolations as possible right now.
And also the plasma fuel source.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this interpolation. Let me look for some plasma jets. This is a banner. Banners always get tagged. That's easy video. Banners, yeah. Here's a twin dragons. It's 5%. 5% of my videos are twin dragons. 2 dragons at the same time. At the same time. Why do you need 2 dragons? I don't know. I don't know. One could get the job done. They're reconning our aircraft. One could get the job done. God knows the quantum technology in these things.
Right. And also there might be some high tech on that helicopter too.
Well, that's the police helicopter. So maybe they're taking a special interest. We just don't know. Not yet. All I could do is record, post the data, tell you about it, answer your questions.
Right.
There's a lot of smart people watching, Dave. They'll take it from here.
Right.
More interpolations, more This is what they look like when they get close to the camera and you have blue skies. I love blue skies. I get the best videos.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can enlarge it. Okay, that little speck right there, that's not a wing. That's not a bug. That's plasma. That's plasma ions. They're running on electricity. They've got
Yes.
it figured out. They've got it figured out.
And that was one of the key factors you give me about 3 years ago when I first started seeing these things about the plasma energy as a propulsion fuel, So yeah, it explains it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not copying anybody's research. I I'm a scientist. I do my own research. So if somebody later says these things are running on electricity, they're running on plasma, I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but let me just say I'm not copying anyone's research.
Right.
It's just thousands. I put 14,000 hours in. I'm pretty good at connecting the dots.
Right. Well, I never knew until 3 years ago until I saw your investigations, and the plasma and the electrical charge is what propels these things, and that's probably what propels the flying saucers also.
Same technology.
Yeah.
This is the Lakota. They're stationed out of Barstow, California. Who do we have here? Looks like just tourism flying by. They get tagged all the time. There's the helicopter. They get tagged in the same spot. So predictable, over and over. Now, some of you might say, no, Robert, these are bugs. You know what? Go outside, try to record a bug. You
Yeah.
will find it close to impossible.
Right.
Try to record a bug with a helicopter in the background.
Hmm.
You won't. You know what you'll end up doing? Recording a dragon video. That's what you'll end up doing. More dragon videos. Airliners get tagged all the time. It's the easiest dragon video there is. They get tagged all the time, over and over. Here is looks like 3 dragons. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. There's a little plasma jet, but I've got better
Yeah.
interpolations than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Let me shoot through them because Goodyear blimps, anything in the air over 150 feet, you're going to get tagged. So when the Goodyear blimp flies over Marina Del Rey, I turn my camera on. How do I know they're coming? Planefinder.net. There's free radar on the internet. You look at it, you see planes coming your way, you turn on your camera. It's 1+1.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's making it sound too easy because I've done all the hard work. I'm explaining how to easily record these things. Airliners again, very common. Here it looks like there's 2 of them. This one was very far away. I could do this all day. I could record 50 dragon videos a day. News choppers, Channel 2 CBS News getting tagged, always getting tagged.
And
This,
the ones that you want to hang on to are the ones that are different than other dragon videos. Show the difference in what they do. Yeah.
correct. Now this is kind of interesting. This interpolation was put together by the astronomers in Ukraine. Now, some people are trying to say, oh, that's a video of a missile. You interpolated the missile. Yeah, that's not how it works. It's very predictable. This was coming behind the bush. They did a pretty good job. I don't know where they got the concept of interpolation.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe they're watching my channel. I don't know.
Well, Ukraine, they have laboratories there, and they have some tech in the Ukraine, more than we know.
More than we know.
Yes.
And Dave, again, like I said, in the future, people will say, researchers will say, look, these things are running on electricity. You can also expect they'll start to interpolate UFO videos. Again, fine if you do. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. It is what it is. Now, what's really good about this blimp interpolation, this was Los Angeles. Anything with the date down here is all Los Angeles. And this was the Super Bowl. And the thing is, the FAA said, look, nobody is going to be allowed in the sky. Nobody, no exceptions. For a 30-mile radius of the game,
Right.
30-mile, which has never been done before. They gave this blimp a pass, a permit, But other than that, nobody's in the sky. So the point is, what's flying?
Yeah.
If Homeland Security and the FAA said nobody's in the sky, no exceptions, I knew this blimp would get tagged. So
Yeah. And who's going to arrest the dragons?
good luck. That's
Yeah.
why the military
You
has
gotta,
been here.
you gotta find the source. You have to find the mothership that probably releases things.
Well, they're trying. They're trying. The Pentagon's been here 15,000 times. They're
Mm.
trying. Here's a non-ballistic. When I'm at the Air Force, they're always asking me, do you have any non-ballistic video? I go, yeah, here we go. In other words, instead of linear emergency turns, look, they flew right up to the police helicopter. Right there is where the camera is.
Mm-hmm.
They deliberately flew in front of the camera.
Mm.
They're saying, you want to take our picture? Take our picture. Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? Who does that?
Yeah. That's a pretty neat picture there, Dr. Robert.
I have about 20 of those. I
Yeah.
call those zigzags.
Yeah.
More interpolations, more interpolation. I believe this is a news choppers. This is a bird. So this is a bird and this is a dragon. I thought I'd throw that in. See, birds are very recognizable.
Yeah.
It's
Feathers.
easy.
Yeah. I mean, the wings and the feathers. Yeah.
The weather is very recognizable. Very recognizable. Blimp again. You know he's going to get. It's to the point, Dave. If they don't get tagged, I am puzzled. Something is wrong. That's how it is. I could leave my camera on, and you could try recording empty skies. You might get lucky, record a dragon, but you'll quickly realize I don't want to waste my time. Just wait for a helicopter, a blimp,
Mm-hmm.
an airliner.
Yeah. I wanted to ask your opinion, Dr. Robert, about I just spoke about mothership a while ago that might be dropping these things off and letting them do their work for them. I guess NASA, I think NASA, I'm not sure, it hasn't been vetted. They said there's a giant craft, UFO, coming our way, and it actually changed course to direct itself directly to the Earth. Have you heard about that story and
I've
any
heard a
validity?
little bit about it. They don't really want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, earlier I said, Dave, that these things trigger the X and K band spectrum,
Right.
and I have that on video. So when I'm recording this, the X band goes off and it's on video. It says X band. So the point is, I think what that's about is these guys are doing recon. They are simultaneously, they are live streaming the data somewhere.
Right.
And when they do, it triggers the X and K band. So yeah, I think it's going back to a mothership. But of course, I don't know where the mothership is. Some people say it's the dark star, dark satellite, I believe, the night satellite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have inside information, so I can't be sure. But you could assume they are simultaneously adjudicating the video, the live feed, and where is it going, and why are they doing it, and why are they doing it to every aircraft. And they repeat it too. If the aircraft stays in the air for more than 30 seconds, they will come back.
Wow. Yeah,
So
it's really deep to a thought to figure out what these things are doing and why they're doing them. They're reporting this information somewhere else, and we are making little tiny things nowadays. And this is not making things up. The little bugs that they put, they're spies, and we have miniaturized things. We have this quantum particles and things, and what they're doing, what we're doing. Can you imagine what these UFOs and these ETs, the technology they have, like you're talking about, Dr. Robert? Wow.
can I imagine? I can't
Yeah.
imagine. All I could do is videotape, document, post it, share the information. Do not underestimate them.
Right.
Do not. Surfing on the YouTube, Burbank, California. Again, once you know where to look, you'll see them all over YouTube. You'll see them everywhere. Once you train your eye, you'll start seeing them. You go, oh my God, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
When you see them, take a screenshot, send it to me, share the information, share the location, let
Right.
others know. Over and over. You're saying, Robert, where you get all these? It's very time consuming. I pay someone to do the work. It's expensive. I don't mind. I don't mind the cost or the time. It's for humanity. I want to see humanity make it. I want to see us take the next step forward into the future.
Right. That's just like with Elon Musk. I don't know what people think about him, but he sounds like a guy who's wanting to improve humanity, as you say, and he's wanting to do, I guess, some things. He said that he wants people to raise their consciousness, start thinking out of the box, because our history and what's going on and things like you're showing us, we're not even aware of. And a lot of people need to be enlightened, and that's what I do with my shows and with my books. I try to enlighten people to what I know, and they could either take it or leave it. At my age, I don't care. It's true. The things that I've been through, I'm still going through them. I'm still getting pictures in my office with an infrared trail camera motion detection, and I'm still getting some pictures. So things, they don't stop. The paranormal that's associated with all this stuff doesn't stop. And I know, Dr. Robert, you've had some synchronicities happen to you too. And
Oh, enormous,
yes,
enormous. In fact, I'll drop a little clue. I'm not trying, it's not a teaser, but earlier you mentioned my psychic friend, Glenn Falkenstein.
right.
10 days ago, he gave me a heads up. He said, be on the alert. I'm just going to give you a clue. I don't want to go into it. It's very heavy duty. He said something about an orange alliance, an orange alliance. I'll leave it at that. I'm waiting. We should probably hear something in 30 days. It's potentially very big, a
An
very
orange alliance.
orange
My mind goes around.
uh,
Is it
I'll,
political, or is it
I'll tell you off air, off
Okay,
air.
all right. Well,
But I'm just
we're
saying for credibility things, once it happens, because people are going to say, no, that you didn't know that, you didn't know that. And I'm not bragging here. I'm impressed with the spirit world,
right. Me
uh,
too.
but I leave it at that.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
for entertainment purposes only. I'll
Oh my
recognize
God.
that to the platform. Yes,
Glenn would always say that. This
really,
is for entertainment purposes only.
really.
All the time. That's how he would end every show. This is for entertainment. Oh my God. Woo, talk about synchronicity.
Well, that's actually, the platforms don't want you to say things you can't, back up with facts. But who knows the facts anymore? Who are the experts? None of us are UFO experts, to tell you the truth, because we don't know the full story. I mean, I've been associated with this phenomena for years. I can only tell you what I know, but I can't give you all the answers, like everybody. And like you, Dr. Robert, you can't give the total answers to these dragons. You just understand, you're starting to understand their operational principles and things, and then we don't know where the information goes, and exactly they're keeping up with our technology. That's all we could say. That's all we know. But there's probably other reasons for these dragons flying around, Dr. Robert.
Well, they're everywhere too. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. They're not just Marina Del Rey. They're all over the world. And all we could do, look, there's a lot of smart people, like I said earlier, Dave, they're watching. So I'm putting the information out there. This is a collaborative effort. We got to come together
Hmm.
and, and brainstorm.
Right.
And we will do it. We will figure this out. Remember in 1942, 43, it was 911. We had the Manhattan Project. We had to invent an atomic bomb. And then at the same time in London, they had the Enigma German code machine, the Enigma machine. And we
Right.
had to figure out, we had to back engineer and figure out
Yep.
how it worked. And that was really hard. But you know what? We did it. So my point is, in a good way, we're going to come together. We're going to brainstorm. And I don't care how far in the future these guys are, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, our guys from this timeline, 2024, we're going to figure them out.
Yeah.
That's how I figure it.
Yeah, we got
That's
to keep pushing. That's why I keep pushing. My wife will ask me, or people ask me, said, Dave, why you do these podcasts? There's a lot of things that goes wrong. You got guests that can't show because they're sick or whatever, and then you have to fill. It's a tough job in a way, podcasting, especially when you don't make a whole lot of money. If I had millions of followers, I would make money. It would be, I'd be monetized. That would give us a secondary reason to do this. But I'm doing it now, just as you said, to enlighten people. And I got to keep going. Something tells me to keep going and do this. and to
Right.
bring forward a lot of this proof that we have and that you have here, Dr. Robert.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, listen, once in a while, you'll get a dragonfly right in front of your camera. It's not a bug. This is what they look like. Total dark. So evidently, the enormous amount of electricity is generating this humongous magnetic field, and it's capturing light. Light does not ricochet off of the magnetic field. So it's almost its own singularity, or a tiny black hole, you might even say.
Right.
So this is what they look like. Look for these wings, and these wings are not in the middle of an object like a bug or a bird would be. They're really toward the front, where the 90% of the front of it is. That's what they look like. And again, they're very baitable. You
Yeah.
can bait these puppies. This
Right.
is, by the way, this is the LAPD flying circles, the pilot was really mad. He was like, he was going to capture this thing if it was the last thing he did. The longer you stay in the air, the more video I get.
Yeah.
That's how it plays out.
Right.
Uh, this one, the dragon is right here. The dragon's behind the chopper.
Mm.
Yeah, it's that simple. And I'll show you video like that too. Look, this is where the pilot, he wouldn't leave. He just kept flying. And so these dragons, they're like, fine. That's really the nucleus, the center. That's the part. Now we're looking at some heat expansion, so it's
Yeah.
bigger than 1 inch, but we're dealing with just physics that are obviously beyond our control for
Yeah.
now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
For now, here's a plasma jet, but I'll show you a better one than that. Let me keep going. Oh, here's the sheriff. Now, for what it's worth, the Marina del Rey is not LAPD territory; it belongs to the sheriff. So this is the sheriff Blackhawk. Why did he show up? I'm pretty sure he showed up because they were going to jump on someone's roof. They wanted to find out who's flying. See, the assumption was this was an Earth person flying an Earth drone,
Right.
and they were going to jump on the guy's roof.
Right.
And that, I got to tell you, that scared me. This video scared me because that scenario, nothing good can come from that scenario. They jump on someone's roof by mistake. There's a commotion, you know, then it's in the news. It's just scary.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, after a few of those, after they showed up a few times, they stopped. They no longer show up anymore, the Sheriff Blackhawks.
They
Thank God.
probably consulted with the military too, maybe.
Probably did. I'm glad they stopped showing up because that could only end badly.
Mm-hmm.
More LAPD, more tagging, twin dragons. I know some of your viewers are like, oh, let's see, what would they be asking? I told you about the speed, the X-band, the clicking. They're baitable, they're predictable, they're always in the same spot. They're all over the world. What are we not answering? Let me just think, and I'll just keep going. Fire department. This was 40 miles north of my house. I'm just out in the valley, San Fernando Valley, doing some errands. I see a fire department. This is a water dropper, a scooper, and I record it, and boom, there's a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you'll get to the point where if you're recording helicopters, you're not recording dragons. You should be puzzled.
Right. I think we were talking about, you were saying that the dragons stay in around the rocks and they hide out there and then they take off when there's something flying. Could they ever go invisible, since ETs and UFOs have invisibility cloaks? Could these things be invisible on the ground, and then when they take off, they kind of give an appearance?
Well, that's a borderline because they're small. They're 1 inch. They're just invisible by size.
Yeah.
And you're not going to ever see one sitting on the ground because they sit on the ground for a second and then they take off again. Up until recently, they are invisible to the human eye. However, if you're holding your camera up and you're recording and you're pointing your camera approximately where the helicopter is, and then you look away and you use your human vision to look at the sky, you might get lucky and see one frame. And if you see one frame, say something out loud while your camera is recording. Say, hey, I just saw a dragon. Go back, check the video on your camera and see if it flew by. But essentially, they operate in the infrared, and at 2,000 miles an hour, that makes them invisible by default.
Right.
So infrared is how they're flying. So is it possible that it's highly remote? If you do see it with the human eye, you're only going to see one frame. So you're going to say, oh, that was just my imagination. That was a floater. My eyes are going bad, whatever. Just your digital camera. Digital cameras can see these things. That's the beauty, digital cameras. 4K 60 frames will work. 1080 will work. 1080 30 frames will get the job done. But today's cameras are 4K 60 frames, and they'll be just fine. Do not go out and buy expensive camcorders. You can, but you don't need to. There's 2 ospreys in the area that were flying around. And zigzag, very erratic zigzag too.
Right.
Very erratic. LAPD again, very predictable. If any of your friends are pilots, pilots know pilots. If you're a pilot, call some pilots in Los Angeles, helicopter pilots. Say, what's going on over there? What's going on? If you have friends at the sheriff, the fire department, the LAPD, just say, look, what's going on?
Yeah.
They'll tell you. They'll tell you. It's not a secret anymore. They just can't go out, Dave. I mean, they have a family,
No.
they have a house, they have a mortgage, and
Right.
they don't want to lose their job. So I understand that.
Yeah, that's a lot of fear that's going on because it happens if you know something. Sometimes you only know it for a while and you're gone. That's for educational purposes or entertainment purposes only. So, but it does happen.
Well, in the beginning, to tell you the truth, after 1 year, all the LAPD helicopters for West Los Angeles were swapped with the North Los Angeles. They swapped them to mix up the pilots so they, the story can somehow to terminate the story, the narrative. However, they stopped doing that now because this is not going away. These dragons are not going away. Now all the pilots in the police department, the fire department, they all know about it. And they've all said quietly they are annoying. These dragons are annoying.
They pick them up on their instrumentation, right?
The monitor, the IR, yes, 100%. Here's one of the better ones because the air is clean. So the fire department comes in, there's no dirt between the chopper and my camera. The air particles are very clean. And so the quality goes way up. There you go.
Yeah.
Same spot.
Yeah, you can see the shape of an elongated egg.
Yes, you can. Consistent all over the world.
And their brass color. Yeah. Copper brass color.
Well, if it's parked, but once in a while you will see the brass if the reflection of the sun. It's hard to do. The majority of the time, this is what you'll see.
Yeah.
But it's very predictable. So we can use, I don't know if it's their weakness by being predictable. Some people military, from a strategic point of view, they would say, well, that makes you weak because you're showing your cards. But I think their attitude is, so what? So where we'll be, so what? What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And bottom line, we're not going to do anything about
it.
Yeah. So again, the police, the fire department. Oh, there's the roof camera. Why do I have a roof camera? Look. Because it picks up the dragons. So there's the 2.
Right.
There's the 2. Same thing here. What do we have here? We have an airliner and we have a helicopter going by and we have a dragon. There we go. Again, this is all over the world. Crisscross. We have the NBC Channel 4 News. Everyone gets tagged, no matter who you are. There's no exceptions. Military, news choppers, the president flies by all the time. He gets tagged. No exceptions.
Right.
Channel 4 again. What is this right here? So if you Google, if you follow my format, jets over whatever. So I go jets over the desert. Somebody posted jets over the desert, Palmdale, California. This guy's just cruising. Now, he doesn't know he has a helmet camera. He doesn't know he recorded this UAP. It could be a dragon. It's definitely very odd. I interpolated the video. All he's doing is there are 3 F-18s coming at him. He posted the video because of the 3 F-18s that are coming straight at him 200 feet off the ground. So knowing that there are jets over the camera, they're not supposed to be there. Jets are not supposed to be 200 feet over the highway. So there's only one reason. They're chasing a UAP. So I go back, I watch, and I look for a UAP, and my theory is correct. There they are.
Is that a V-shaped UAP,
It
Dr.
appears
Robert?
to be. It appears to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very odd. Very odd. It's like the only one I've ever seen. But they're predictable. The video is predictable.
Right.
The guy doesn't even know he posted this. He just posted the F-18s, which is a great show by itself. Here's an anomaly. I do not know what it is. I interpolated. I'm saving it for the future. Some type of spaghetti. It's hard to say. Very odd phenomenon. I've seen that before too.
That's new to me.
Yeah, that'll come back later. Twin Dragons, LAPD, same spot, over and over. You're saying, boy, Robert, this is a lot of videos. Why do you do this? Helping humanity. We need a lot of video. Eventually, look, the universities, the Pentagon's going to go, look, okay, this is real. Now the next step is we need a lot of video. We got to take hundreds of thousands of videos. We got to put it in a supercomputer, a quantum computer with AI. We got to analyze and we got to figure out what they're doing. So I'm trying to do my part. I will contribute the first 5,000 videos. There you go. Everybody else, if you get 1,000 people put together 100 videos each, that's 100,000 videos.
Right.
So we're going to be able to help the Pentagon, the universities. Let's get it done. One of the clearer videos. Again, this is copy and paste. You might say, well, I see a corona. That's just the copy and paste. I've gotten better at it. I hired a new guy. It's really professional. So it's just getting better and better now, the interpolations. But they don't stop. Very predictable. Oh, here's one of my better ones. All I'm doing is recording a hawk on a windy day 3 years ago. And sure enough, in the background, because you see the orbs, they're behind the bird.
Yeah.
They're behind. So when you interpolate it, you can see this was not 3 orbs, but this is one ship. So it appears to be a triangle. And that's the tip of each triangle. The triangle ship is, or a chevron ship, some type of chevron or a triangle is cloaked. 2 white, 1 black. I mean, go figure. I have a theory that the white orbs are running on hydrogen. They're using hydrogen ions for electron purposes. The black ones, I'm not sure about. The orange ones are helium ions. That's my theory.
Do you think, Dr. Robert, the black one could be like waste material that's coming off of the power? Or you think they even have waste materials?
No waste materials. No, it's pure energy. They're pure energy. They got it figured out. They're pure energy.
Yeah. I've seen several of them up close, so I know, and these are all different shapes. Yeah.
See how it sways to the right and then go a little higher, it sways again in sync, and then at the top they sway to the left. Yeah, analyze this. No matter who you are, analyze it, put it under a microscope, call me out. I don't mind. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You can say, Robert, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. I'm open to all opinions. You're not going to hurt my.
Yeah, me too. That's the way I am too. You get to the age and you know the truth about things, and It doesn't matter what people deny that what you're saying. You know what you've seen and you know what you've done, and to get this information. And that's the way I feel. Like, and of course, when you get to a certain age, it doesn't matter. You can have all the trolls or whatever that want to check you out. But yeah, Dr. Robert, go ahead. I'm starting to get off
No,
on
they
a
do.
tangent here.
No, that's all right. No, they do. No, you start to get older. The only thing, the first thing on your mind is when you wake up in the morning is where's the Tylenol? And my joints are killing me.
Oh, I get up in a fogs all around my head. It takes me about 20 minutes to get going. I just feel so gloomy. I said, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, I don't like it. When you're 25, you get up, you can run a marathon.
Yeah,
You can't do that later.
yeah,
It sucks.
yeah.
I
Do
hate.
you think it's a sign of the times? It could be the frequencies that we're being hit with all over. This is for educational purposes only, or
Only.
so
Thank you.
it could be frequencies that's bothering a lot of people.
But look at the quality of the air. Can't be
Yeah,
helping us.
right.
Look at the quality of our food.
Hmm.
Uh, I can go on and on. You got to put good things in your body to get good things out.
Yes, yes,
Uh, Here's the space shuttle landing in Los Angeles. How did I find it? I just look at videos. I look at videos logically where dragons will be, because dragons are recording history. They're reconning, but they're recording history. Where are
right.
they sending it to? I don't know. I think they're from our future. It's a 50-50 guess, but I think they're from our future.
Mhm.
But nevertheless, they're very predictable. If the skies were more blue, we'd have a better video, but the skies were not blue that day. So it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Now you
And
had
it's,
some good close-up pictures of spacecraft or UFOs, uh, and was that taken in Oklahoma City that you were talking
I got to get to that here.
about?
Let me just show you these, and then your viewers can go back and pause it and screenshot.
Hmm.
Paracels, non-ballistic. Look at this. President. Here's the president getting tagged. Everyone gets president again getting tagged. Everyone gets tagged. There are no exceptions.
Hmm.
Um, Over and over. Oh, here's really a good one.
Yeah.
Very rare. Coming off the ground. On the perfect. If you could ask for the perfect dragon interpolation, this is what it would look like.
Yeah. And then you can see.
Now memorize this, because the next one, hopefully, I found the same dragon interview in Seattle. There it is. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Seattle, Blue Angels. See the Blue Angels?
Yes.
All I'm doing, I'm watching the Blue Angels. I know these things are going to fly by. So check this out. Blue Angels, Seattle. Now we go back to Los Angeles. Does that look the same?
Yeah. It's got the same, I guess, plasma. I guess shooting off from the craft.
Yeah, yeah. I did this as a favor. I had a viewer. He's a Superior Court judge. And so I said, well, I live in Seattle. I go, look, as a courtesy, I'm going to look at Blue Angel Seattle. I'm going to find you a dragon video, send it to you. I interpolated it. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep shooting, and then I'll get to the. Oh, real quick, this is my wife walking around the corner going for a walk. She sees a police helicopter. She pulls out her camera. Sure enough, dragon flies by, and right here in the corner right, see a bird?
Yeah.
There he is. Oh, I'm sorry, there it is right there.
Yeah.
Blackbird.
Yeah. You can tell a difference for
That's it.
sure. That's a
That's
good.
it.
It's a good thing you have some of these. You show the birds and then you show just show the contrast or the difference.
I have a lot of videos with birds. I
Mm.
have them with real bugs. Oh, this is Long Beach, California. I went to a race, some kind of Toyota race. I'm standing on the roof of the Hilton. Helicopters are flying around. I pull out the camera. I knew he was going to get tagged. Sure enough, you see how high those cranes are. I'm way up in the air.
Right.
Sure enough, they fly by. They get tagged over and over and over. Non-ballistic. LAPD getting tagged. Let me speed it up. Osprey coming in, looking around. Two Chinooks, clear day, blue skies, better video. Huntington Beach, Blue Angels, 2017. Orange. Remember I said, if you're super lucky, you'll get an orange dragon. There it
Mhm.
is.
Wow.
Very hard to get, but they're out there. If you're a serious researcher, contact me. I'll give you all the video you want.
Wow.
I'm not doing this for the money, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Come on, we got to push humanity forward here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that one's too advanced. I shouldn't even show you. I was just watching the Blue Angels. Something flew by. I call it Balloon Man. I do not know what it is. There's a lot of talk about Balloon Man lately. There. This
Yeah,
is
it
the
does.
best.
It looks like they have that's about as that's as close as I've ever seen these flying men or whatever flying humanoids with legs hanging down, Dr. Robert.
Right there.
I've seen this before, but that's phenomenal.
I just saw this picture, the same thing, I believe in Europe. Somebody posted, yeah, same thing. Again, it's not by chance. I knew the Blue Angels are going to get tagged. I saw that. I copied the video. I interpolated it.
Hmm.
Okay, here's the Edison chopper. He came in. He was standing outside in the blue jumpsuit. He was holding a powerful camera in his hand. He was recording the wetlands below. And sure enough, of course, he got tagged.
Yeah.
Non-ballistic, same format here. A little showing off right here. Dragon came up from the right, flew under the camera.
Hmm.
Now you can see why the police said they're annoying.
Yeah.
Again, very closer to the camera. This might be an orb, by the way. This might be an orb. Too soon to tell.
Yeah.
Another orb.
Shape is different, that's for sure.
Yeah. Tourism right here. Let's see, Osprey. Just, I think that's from a viewer from Scotland. Oh yeah, okay. Highway Patrol, California. Ooh, here's a good one. Okay. 2018, Blackhawks come in. You see the Blackhawk up here?
Right.
All I'm doing is recording the Blackhawk, hoping a dragon will fly by. Evidently, a dragon did fly by. This is what I think I'm looking at. The Black Hawk shot the dragon with an EMP. The dragon started to tumble out of the sky. I just showed you 100 interpolations. This does
Right.
not look like a normal dragon. This dragon got shot. He got T-boned. He is falling out of the sky right here. He's falling, he's descending. He's doing his best. He's using all the quantum physics he has to stay in the air. He plateaus for 5 frames. It doesn't work. Insufficient technology. He starts to descend again. He pulls back up, goes to plan 2 to get out of there. And at the exact same time, see the time, 11:51:15, my roof camera captures a second dragon coming in and rescues the first one.
Mm.
This is the only known video of a dragon getting shot.
Wow.
And escaping. There were no fire trucks, no army trucks. Nobody showed up. That dragon got away.
Right.
Yeah, for what it's worth. Blue Angels, Orange County getting tagged. Again, right there under the number 6 jet. There it is. Right there over the water.
Right. Oh, that's close.
That's close. Solo. There had to be a helicopter in the area, but it's coming off the ground. News chopper, ABC News chopper. Oh, by the way, ABC News was on my street. I gave the news reporter this picture, told them what was going on. I said, look, go tell your boss, this is what's happening. So I never heard back, but I did my part. I gave this information to the news people.
Right.
I'm doing what I can.
Yeah. They're probably told to shut up.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Coast Guard. Let me close my shutter here. This sun's right in my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, our time's moving right along. We might want to get to your new stuff from Oklahoma.
Yeah, let's just stop. Let's just stop. You're right. Let me go to share. Let Let me go to the good stuff. Everybody's been waiting. They're saying, Robert, show us the even better stuff. You got anything better? Yes, I do. How do I do this here? Okay, go to, um, come on, come on. Okay, here it goes. We're cutting way to the front of the line here. I'm showing you the best of the best. So this new viewer, I don't know how to widen the picture. Let me see. Good. Okay, so this new viewer, Oklahoma, and I just found this out today, just today. I was talking to somebody in the FAA. I don't know how it came up, synchronicity, the spirits. So if you don't know this, I didn't know this. So the FAA trains all their people. The academy is in Oklahoma City at Will Rogers Airport. This is where this was recorded, this UAPs over Will Rogers Airport. So what's the significance of that? I think these ETs are trying to communicate with the FAA. My advice is we should communicate back. What are we looking at here? This is not a dragon. This is not an orb. This is a ship. And I will show you what I'm talking about. So what we see right here, the sideways, this is the bottom of the ship. It's flying sideways. It's flying up sideways. Look at this. And as it goes up, it becomes upside down. And it gets better. I'm going to show you a better close-up. Do you see this? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Super. I just want to be sure.
Yeah.
So what is this person doing? They're just recording airplanes. That's all they're doing over Will Rogers Airport. He sent me the video. I interpolated the video. There we are. The sucker is flying upside down. That's what we're seeing. You see the dome, upside down dome? There's the flat part right there.
Right.
Amazing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Show you something better. All right, let me show you something better. Here we go again. We've got orbs right here, the white and black orbs. How are they doing that, changing color? I don't know. He's just recording the airplane. Here comes the saucer ship again. Comes in, does an emergency turn and turns up. Look at this technology.
Wow.
Look at this.
And I guess the occupants, if there are occupants and they're the pilots, I guess they have some kind of anti-gravity means of protecting themselves in those ships, Dr. Robert.
Obviously they do. My assumption is there is zero centrifugal force inside the ship.
Has to be, yeah.
Has to be. Let me show you a better one. Okay, same thing, just recording airliners. Let me show you, let me go back. Yipes. Here we go. Okay, so in this 30-second video, there are a bunch of orbs and there's a saucer ship. They interpolated everything.
Yeah,
this has never been done.
Wow, you can see that saucer just as plain as day. Wow.
Yeah, this has never been done, Dave. This is the first time in history. These things, this is right over FAA Academy. Okay, Will Rogers Airport, Oklahoma City. I just learned all this today. Check this out here. These are orbs, and look at the flight with how they're non-ballistic loop. But more importantly, right here in the bottom right corner, this is the saucer ship far away. Again, all these interpolations are 5 seconds apart from one another. Rather than do it separately, I told my guy, can you put it all on one? Let people see what's going on. I know this looks like a cartoon. This is hard to believe. I know it's very hard to believe.
Dr. Robert, the color shows up a little bit like reddish or orange. Or is that the real color of the ship, you think?
Yes, that is the real color. I'm going to show you an AI enhancement. Okay.
Oh, I can see what you're talking about, like that turkey UFO back like in '07 or '08, something somewhere like that.
No, that's a different ship. Let me, what is this? 926. Let me pull up my 926. Let me show you the enhanced. Let me show you the enhanced. Here it is. This is what your viewers want. This is what I'm going to show them.
Yep.
So I enhanced, where did it go? Can you
There.
see this?
Yes, yes, I can see it now. It looks like ships that I've seen that they've taken pictures before. That that the military has actually taken pictures. And you think those dark objects in the top are pilots, Dr. Robert?
I think there's, um, can you see me zooming in?
Yes, yes,
I think there's something right here, and I
yeah,
think there's something right here.
right.
I can't say for sure. I'm not an expert at AI enhancement. If some of your viewers are, please enhance it. But this light right here, this is consistent in another video.
That must
Whatever
be
this,
the energy center, right?
or an extremely bright monitor, extremely bright. It's one
Yeah.
of the two. It's, yeah, obviously a powerful source of energy, or I'll go with the energy center.
I see three figures in there, and they look like they're thin and got big heads, like the gray ETs they talk about. Yeah,
Something here, something. Or do you
right
think you
there.
see something here?
Yeah, back in there. It looks like another one back there, or it looks like a group of them actually. One, two, three, four of them.
Maybe again, somebody can clean this up. I'd be open to it. I need the help. I'm just one guy. I'm not a NASA rocket engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I
I've got photos I like to have cleaned up too, and videos, and it's hard to find those people to do it. And if you do, they're going to charge you about $1,000 an hour. So
right,
yeah.
right. I have a friend of a friend who's friends with uh, Adobe software. I may reach out to him and say, do me a favor, uh, clean this up. But here, for the sake of argument, can we say, is this a bird?
No,
Is it a bug? Is it a
no,
bumblebee?
no. It actually looks like it's got some clouds around it, like it's trying to, I guess, hide itself a little bit. I don't know what the dark areas are around the ship. Now, the figures on the inside look like, ET, just to be, for entertainment value only, but that's what it looks like to me. But I can't figure out what the darkness is around the ship. Something's glowing inside. That has to be the propulsion and their anti-gravity machine.
Energy source. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would agree. I agree. Like you say, for entertainment purposes,
yeah,
they're not running on rubber bands or gasoline.
right.
Come on, come
That's
on.
that's a very good picture, Dr. Robert. Very good.
This is super brand new,
Yeah,
926. Or that's not that long ago. That's
yeah, right.
so I'm showing you. You said you want me to show you the best of the best.
You got
So
it right there. That's it. I like that one. That's that's for
thank
real. Yeah.
please, please check out. Let's see, if you wanted, wow, gosh, there's so many other, you want to see the, my Canadian, you want to see another really good, look at this. Canadian, I just watching air shows in Canada, and look what I found.
Wow.
Look at this.
Yeah, boomerang shape craft, the chevron, I guess you call it, right?
I call it a chevron, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying with the F-22. This was 2017. Again, say, Robert, how do you find this stuff? What are you doing? Just are you a professional CGI expert? Or are you like the best CGI expert in the world and you're not telling anybody?
Well, the thing of it is, you have comparisons of this chevron shape. You on your own camera, your own film, and then you got other people that have the same thing. So you actually put these things together, and in communications or in journalism, you got one shoe down and the other one lands, then it has to be something to it. It's just like the chevron shape. I've seen that before, and not everything's CGI. I know there is some out there, believe me, I don't trust some of the things that I see, but there are a lot of things out there that are real. People are really like you. This is real stuff here, Dr. Robert.
Well, it didn't come easy. I know maybe it's make it sound like it's easy, but 7 years, 14,000 hours of research, and it helps to have a heavy science background too. So
Mhm.
it all comes together, and this is the results.
Right,
This is the results. They say you get what you pay for. In this case, it's all free. I
right.
I put all I spent the money and the time, and it's all free. Um,
Well,
let's
you want to stop the sharing, and then we'll close up by getting some of your ideas and what's going on, and then because we're approaching an hour and a half,
Oh
it
gosh,
goes by so quick.
it does. Let me see here.
I wanted to get your impressions of the FAA because it's like, you always hear these alien movies. They say, take me to your leader, but they may think the leader is the FAA, you know.
Well, I like that. Let me just show you, sneak in one more amazing photo. One more amazing. 2017. You see these two dots in the top
Right.
left? Those are two F-18s. They were flying circles for 6 hours, on and off, on and off. I told the person, go outside, take your camera, record the jets. One of the UFOs fall out of the sky and they fly up to the telephone pole. And this is that one image right there.
Mm.
I put it through a filter, and this is, again, I'm an amateur photographer. Here, let me find a better one. Um, now let me find a better one. Here we go, right here.
Yeah, that's the one I think you sent me earlier. That one. Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
There's something, looks like there's an opening right here. And you showed me the photo from Turkey with an opening.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same ship, but this is what the two F-18s were chasing.
And it
And
has two dark figures in the middle of it too. You see that?
wow, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, there's two dark figures there. Could those be cockpits? And these are two pilots, just like we saw on the Turkey uh, film or the Turkey video back in, I think it's '08, actually, for sure.
Yeah, funny, I've never looked at it that
Yeah,
way. You could be right.
it could be the same thing. It has a same kind of a brass looking color to it in the front, just like the Turkey UFO. Yeah,
Correct,
you
correct.
you might have found another one.
You
That'd
want
be
to see, you want to see the live video real fast,
sure.
real fast. Okay, I told you they were flying around this lady's house all day, March 26, 2017, 12:30, Los Angeles, Covina. Um, I said, go outside and record the jets.
Hmm.
Watch what happens. Do you see it right there?
Okay, wait a minute.
Watch the telephone pole. This thing goes by in one frame. There it is.
Okay, I saw something to the bottom right.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's jets. Is that jets? Yeah, those are two jets.
Yeah. Just in case some of you are saying, some of your viewers, I get it. That's fine if you want to call me out. Some of your viewers might be saying, Robert, there were no fighter jets. Uh, you're showing us a picture of two bugs or something. That's
Oh,
fine.
you can make out the wings of the fighter jets when it goes into it later in the
Well,
video. Yeah, there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
those aren't bugs. Uh,
No, this in the story here. Okay, where do you want to go back to?
uh,
There's
I think we just need. I want to hear you talk about summation of the FAA thing and why you think it's happening there, and if we can get out a share that way, we can wrap up things here.
uh,
It's an hour and a half. So
well.
Yeah.
again, for entertainment purposes, because it's been bugging me. Like these videos are coming in and these saucers are coming in from
Right.
Oklahoma City. And as a scientist, I want to go, okay, why Oklahoma City? Okay, what's going on? I, I got videos from all over the world. Why are saucers coming in from Oklahoma?
Dr. Robert, you want to stop the share so we can get back on the picture?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
So again, I'm like, why Oklahoma City? Why are these saucer videos coming in? Um, is there a connection? I'm just thinking and thinking, what's the connection? I mean, I don't have a photographic memory of the Earth, so I don't know what's inside every city everywhere. So whatever, maybe the universe just said, "Hey, Robert, you need help today. Let me give you the 411." And yeah, so when I found out today, I was talking to someone at the FAA. They said, "Yeah, that's where we have our academy." And I said, "Your academy?" I said, Will Rogers Airport. That's where these saucers are flying right now. So I have to, for entertainment purposes, I have to assume maybe they're trying to say hello to the FAA.
Yeah. And it looks like they were just dancing all around. I mean, there was two or three of them there. You have in a place there, and it's just, yeah, they seem like they're showing off and they're saying, "Hey, look at us," you know?
You know, why don't we look at them? Why don't we send up a flag? I don't know, something, a sign, something,
Mm.
to just simply ignore them. What's that going to achieve?
I think the military hasn't really found a way to communicate with them. Well, they communicate differently. Like in lucid dreams, or if you run into these things, and I've seen a couple of them, they telepathically talk to you. So it has to be something with consciousness that has something to do with communicating with us through our subconscious or our conscious minds. And the military is trying to figure that out. I'm sure they have it figured out. You know, they're smarter than us. So they've had a lot more time to do this too, Dr. Robert. But this FAA thing kind of like take me to your leader, so they think FAA is your leader. I said that a while ago, but I think that's where it's going, probably.
But isn't that a correct assumption? Like, if you go to another planet, you would look for a building that's in charge of airplanes,
Right.
and I would want to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have predicted this. We should have saw this coming.
Right.
So, so now we can extrapolate forward and find the equivalent of the FAA in China and go to that city and and see if there are UFOs there. And the
Mm-hmm.
same thing in Russia and South America, and test the theory. So
Yeah. Okay.
the thing is, what do we do from here? Do we just ignore it? Do we?
Yeah. Well, it's just like we said earlier. I think it's everybody should be involved in this, and everybody tell us about what they've seen, and this is the way we're going to move closer to disclosure if we do it ourselves, because we're not getting answers from the authorities. So if they do see something, they won't tell us about it, and that goes for a lot of this is for entertainment purposes only. This goes for a lot of law enforcement too. They hide a lot of stuff from us, and we don't know the real truth of what's going on. So yeah, it's something else.
Dave, can you imagine if the LAPD pilots were allowed to talk? Can you
Oh,
imagine what they
yeah,
would tell?
yeah,
Unimaginable.
yeah.
It's,
They must be on under an NDA and everything else. So yeah.
we
Well,
can get, there's probably about 20, 25 pilots. If we get them in one room
yeah,
and turn on a camera and start talking, oh, Lord.
yeah. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to end the show here. It's been an hour and a half. Gosh, it goes by so fast when I'm with you, Dr. Robert.
It does.
My
I love
guest today, Dr. Robert Shiepe, and I hope you enjoyed his videos and the show. Basically, this brand new thing about Oklahoma. Just he just found this out, and he just got this great picture. And I think people, when they see this picture, go, "Oh my God, that looks like that one in Turkey." But you've been listening to Dave Emmons and a strange reality show, and Dr. Shiepe, my guest. And Dr. Shiepe, we can get a hold of you through your email, right? Custodianfile@gmail.com. So
Yes, thank you.
send your
Thank you.
pictures and send everything to that. I'll have that in the narrative too. So we'll get that done. And I want to thank everybody for sticking around and watching the show. And Dr. Robert, as usual, thank you so much, buddy. I really like having you on the show and catching up with the latest. And I think I just got the latest here the last 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Okay. Good night, everybody. And good night,
Good
Robert.
night. God bless. Peace. Thank you.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.